Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh man, there's already like a shadow. Okay, well, where's my line? Okay. Oh, maybe like that. I don't know. Okay. So I had a live up and no one came to it. And I contacted one of my clients and she said that she didn't get a notification. So I restarted this one and I'm just going to go ahead and do the reading if no one comes either way. I love you guys. I hope everyone's okay. Let's go. Wait, I can't see it. Okay, now let's go. Okay, Divine Masculine. Whoa. Live your dreams. Okay. I'm curious. You got me. I was supposed to be in bed 2 hours ago. Here we are. What do you want me to do? Because this is a little bit ridiculous. Regretting the adventure Divine Masculine took with their ego. Their ego decided this was the adventure that they should be taking. Yeah, let's go for it. The vision that they saw, it made so much sense. Yeah, totally. It just fit the moment. And you know what's funny? They actually believed that this was a balanced choice. They actually believe that everything that they've done up to this point, well, believed, was exactly what they were supposed to be doing. They really did. Okay, so we've got the Emperor, King of Wands, Knight of Wands, but that Five of Cups says so much. Yeah, Four of Cups. So that Emperor energy can come in all at once. The Divine Masculine has been left discontent. The Divine Masculine has been left frustrated. And I think that there is a loneliness in their life that isn't on accident. It's been done to them on purpose so they'll get a grip. Ugh. This Seven of Wands to me reflects the Divine Masculine's incessant need to fight everything off. I remember I noticed something in my Divine Masculine early on where he would say no, like without thinking. Everything was no. And I was like, it would be silly stuff even. Like, are you hungry? No. I mean, wait, yes. I don't know why he always did it. And it reminds me of that. A Divine Masculine who they're so used to being on autopilot and not being able to trust people and all of these things that it just took over their life and became a part of their personality. Now moving forward, same things happening. They're fighting off the good stuff. And just when they think they're where they're supposed to be, for some reason they just slip up and they lose it. And they go back into defensive mode because they think that it was the world, but it was them. It was them not really having the right approach in the first place and then constantly making the same mistakes and just not seeing it for what it was because they told themselves in the beginning that it was the right thing to do. So this to me comes through kind of like foolish, um, immature, Five of Wands, kind of. I don't even want to give them page energy though, because to me, page energy says at least you're on the right track. So I don't know where we're at right now. Divine masculine, not what I expected to kind of see. Maybe this is this admission of guilt. 4 + 7 is 11. We've seen the Emperor. I don't know, DM. Something about this just feels sneaky to me. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on, but I don't feel right about this. So let's Divine masculine, what is happening right now? Let's just where's your head at? Divine masculine. Head is in the harvest. Difficult harvest though. Okay. So you're reaping what you're sowing. Ego again. Okay. And and they miss you so effing much as they reap. Okay. Divine masculine, where's your heart at? You're not reaping the best harvest. It's all coming down. When it rains, it pours. So in their heart, and there's that Five of Wands. Okay. This is exactly, no, I won't say, this is a good way to describe the divine masculine dilemma. All right. I have internal conflict, right? I am conflicted. There is cognitive dissonance in my brain because on one side, I deeply desire love and partnership and connection, and I don't want to be alone. I'm terrified of being alone. On the other side, the idea of being attached to someone, especially someone like you, sounds like just a path to failure for me. So what you see is kind of a self-fulfilling 9. Self-fulfilling prophecy energy where they go in circles. It's like, okay, well then resolve the conflict. This to me explains why divine masculines take so long. Even when they think they might be sure, they think it might be time, or they think maybe this is it, or it's like even then they take forever to figure it out. A lot of divine masculines end up getting ultimatums. I hate that that's how I got into a relationship. It's not cute to me. And I'm telling you, I didn't like lay out an ultimatum, guys. I told him to go because I figured that's what he wanted. I legitimately believed everything he said, even though his actions said he wanted to be with me. His words said otherwise, so I believed him. So to look at this and think, oh, geez, this is where some DFs have to reach out. Some divine feminines feel that urge, and even though they've been told by every reader and every coach and every guide not to, sometimes you just have to know when. Because you feel their urge and their longing and their craving for you as much as you feel this conflict. And it's reminding me, I feel like I've seen this before. Wait, what's this supposed to be? My heart space. It's reminding me of when I've talked about Moses and Zipporah, where, God's like, hey, bro, freaking circumcise your kids and yourself. I don't remember exactly. And then he's like, man, I can't do that. And she had to go in and do it so that they weren't cursed. I don't know the whole story right this moment. You know how I get when I'm channeling. My point is, sometimes being the first awakened and being the divine feminine in a society where that's just not the standard can just be so confusing, even for those of us who are like strong, independent types. It just can be so confusing. How can you have this longing and want me so much? And it seems like the only time you really notice it or pay attention to it is when things aren't going right for you. That's immature. That's self-centered. So what are we missing here? Okay. I have to tell you this, and every time I have to tell divine feminine this, it always feels weird, but the divine masculine collective, especially those who might have some sex issues or stuff going on or addiction, whatever, you know what I'm saying? For them, you are tied to that addiction. You are tied to that issue. And so when they get stressed, if the first thing that they want to do is go, you know what I mean? Go, bust one, And every time they get stressed, they think about you. And in fact, in the past, they've even reached out, or maybe you've gotten some messages in some 5D form about wanting to be together. But it always comes across as kind of like friends with benefitsy and not what you would want it to be. Well, on one side, it's offensive, but on the other side, there's a reason they're contacting you, especially for those of you where that isn't the vibe and never was the vibe. There's a reason that they're contacting you out of the blue, out of nowhere, or pushing for it or whatever. And it's because divine masculines do not know that they're twin flames most of the time. They do not know about the twin flame dynamic. They do not know, like, a Kundalini awakening is a huge thing in this collective. Like, they do not understand that even if they haven't been together physically, there's a reason they can't stop thinking about it. There's a reason they want it so bad. And I don't mean to tell you to take this as a compliment to like invalidate where you're at, because I get it. But I want to kind of point that out to you, that if that's weird to you, like, why do they still do this? We haven't been together like that in so long, or we never have. Like, this is so weird. Because they cannot help themselves. They literally cannot help themselves. So, okay, DM, what happened to your harvest? What did you sow? Hold on, these want to come out and they still on top. Okay, these are just the last two cards. You sowed the difficulty and discontent that you're dealing with right now, but okay, hold on. All right, sorry. What did you sow, Divine Masculine? What did you do? Two keep wanting to come out. Again! I sow difficulty and discontent together. This is Hanged Man energy. 1 + 2 is 3. I strung up my divine feminine, and now I'm sitting here trying to figure out, what do I do? So let me backtrack, because them putting you in this position, I think these are all connected. Angel in the clouds, angel on the ground, clouds being created by the headspace, divine masculine creating the clouds and the commotion with their chaos. And so, okay. So this is telling me, on one side, yes, this is about divine feminine. But on the other, let's take a second and think about this. Divine masculine on this path keeps hitting difficulty because they sowed seeds that really weren't. I don't even want to just talk about the seeds, though, because it's also the ground, it's the water. Everything they did was all poison. Everything. And this has led them to basically feel like, I can't explain the despair, because it's not just about, if you've ever planted seeds before and then accidentally killed the plant or even the seedlings, it's devastating, because to sow seeds, even just a few, not a whole farmer's field, but just a few, it's work. And you're pouring your energy into it and all that. So imagine they're not just thinking about sowing the seeds and, oh, why did I pick those seeds, and all those regrets. They're not just thinking about the whole season of growth where they at least thought they were going to get something out of it on the other side. And they're not just thinking about right now where they can see it doesn't look good. They are overwhelmed and consumed right now by these feelings. And I can't even say this is a feeling. This is energy. This is what they sowed. Let's switch the deck. So, okay. Why were they allowed to be on that path in the first place? Because this is, as I look at it, as I say it, I hear 7-year cycle. And a lot of us know that we're leaving behind a 7-year cycle of swords. So, okay, I actually kind of understand that this could be talking about a longer period, but I don't know. This might not be 7 years for everybody. So, okay, what is it that was, hold on. I don't know why I'm just put this down. We're going to look at this in a second. All right. I don't know what this is about, but it just popped out, right? What is it that we need to understand about why divine masculine was even allowed to do this, to sow these? Where did they get the seeds, right? Like, especially if they're supposed to be a divine masculine. They're supposed to be moving forward and doing better in their life. It's like, what is going on here? What are we not understanding about this choice? You are impossible to forget. But my mind is drawn to this tattoo on his neck. And I'm thinking about death to communication, death to the throat chakra, not speaking our truth. And this isn't just to divine feminine like you, hey, I can't forget about you. This is also denying their truth to other people, which to me says there have been other people involved in this relationship that do not belong. Why are you telling other people that you've forgotten about the divine feminine? You don't think about them anymore. Telling the divine feminine, yeah, I don't think about you like that. Meanwhile, it's like you can't tell the truth to save your life, and no one really can understand why. What is it that would make somebody choose that path? Ah, that's not the question you asked, Grace. The question that you asked is, why were they allowed to? Ah, and think about separation and what divine masculine is going through. Think about what I just said to you about where they go when they're stressed out and need a release, and they think about you because it's connected to it. Divine masculine was not allowed to forget you. So however long this cycle's been going on, they have not been allowed to forget you. They think about you constantly. They think about you all the time. But on top of this, it says they were meant to see what happens when they close their mouth, shut up, and lie to themselves and others through omission, through not speaking up, through not speaking out. So there is a lot. Oh my gosh. Okay. I mean, we can keep going, yeah? Hold on. I want to see this, though. All right. So what do we need to understand about this immaturity? I mean, and you know what? I kind of want to grab the whole deck here. We're talking about a divine masculine, right? We're talking to a group of divine feminines who's watching this saying, I don't get this. I mean, maybe you're not. Raise your hand if you're with me here, though. I don't get this. You're a divine masculine. You're my divine masculine. I'm awakened. Some of us have been awakened since we met them or before they, whatever. But anyways, right? Like to be able to rub off. But it's like, why are you still so immature in the one area that it counts? Which is like, because it's multiple things. Because on one side, I can definitely feel this is a confidence issue. But on the other side, this is an issue of people pleasing or being worried. Hold on. I talked about the codependency, though, that these divine masculines are more codependent than they like to admit. So we have to remember this. Oh, this is deep, Grace. Jeez Louise. If the divine masculine is codependent and we come along, but our life, for some reason, we're just unfamiliar. They're dealing with these immaturity issues and this fear, so we don't feel safe to them. They're going to continue their codependent cycle with whatever they've been doing. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. So, I guess the same question, right? Why would divine continue to allow this? That's my question. Am I tripping? Wow. So we've got conflict 5. So we've got this change number, the conflict, the immaturity that I discussed the 5 of Wands before we even started laying cards. Then we have the 5 of Pentacles, which takes me kind of to the 7 of Pentacles a little bit. I'm thinking about the harvest. But I'm also thinking about the divine feminine being the one to lead the way forward. And it's almost like they would not have let you do this if you guys had been together. And you might not have let you do it either. I talk to my clients sometimes and I'm like, honey, there are so many reasons for separation. So many. That's why it's really important for us to get kind of down to the bottom of it, right? But For divine feminines who have struggled with their own confidence issues, or trying to figure out, like, what am I supposed to do? What's my purpose? I don't know who I am. Or even divine feminines who have struggled in relationships with kind of maintaining their self, divine will bring the divine masculine in, activate, great, all of that's happening, and then keep you two apart until you make sure that you're still standing in your divine alignment once you get together. So if you've ever seen Parks and Rec, there's a character named Ann Perkins, and she's at a yard sale at one point, and she's selling, each box has a guy's name on it. And basically, it's the era or the phase of her life where she kind of became the guy she dated. My mom was like that. My mother, I am biracial. Okay. My mama, when she was with black guys, was black. And she didn't act like that. But my mom watched black stuff and read black books and all kinds of things. But now my mom's with a white guy from Alabama. And you can kind of tell. She's a different person. Very different than the mom who used to blast 98.7, wild 98.7, Usher, 7 o'clock on the dot, I'm in my drop top with her biracial daughters. Very different person. I think that divine is trying to say we have a tendency to become people sometimes, or we have a tendency to sink into our relationships. Maybe we were supposed to do something important, start something up or whatever, but then we get into a relationship and we say, I want to really give this relationship my all, so I'm going to focus on dealing with this and I'll get back to that. And divine sometimes can't let that happen that way. So as I look at this and I think, divine feminine leading the way, or let's say the first awakened, which 90% of the time, 9 out of 10 twin flames is divine feminine awakened first, okay? Not all, though. There are awakened DMs out there that have divine feminines that are not awakened, and most of the time those DMs think they're DFs and they're not. So it can get very confusing. It can get very complicated on our side. Knowing all this, when you add in divine masculine being pushed and forced to feel that loneliness, to be on their own and see that on the opposite side of the spectrum, without us, they can't really get their together. And also, they need to respect us and respect our leadings and leanings and intuitive, right? That part of us, our empathy, our divinely led purpose. There are things about us as divine feminines that the divine masculine can't really get anywhere else, and also would struggle to honor without this period. This season is meant to show them that there is simply certain things that they can't get without a divine partner, including their own backbone sometimes. And that's crazy because a lot of them avoid a relationship because they think that the feminine energy is going to overtake them or something. When in all reality, they will most likely drag us into their own inertia, slow us down. You see, they don't see it the way we see it. They don't think logically. Why? Because going back to the beginning of this particular message, what did we hear? Divine masculine thinks they are right. Okay, so one more thing then. What is it that is being brought to their life? This discontent, this difficulty, okay? What is it that divine is kind of, whoa, right as I said it, dangling in front of them? What is divine dangling in front of them? Beauty, the Empress, union, the Two of Cups, but also chaos. And you're the only one I never get tired of loving. This to me is the chaos in their soul. This to me is what is being multiplied in their life over and over until they finally admit how they really feel, what's really going on, what's missing. So, okay, what is it? Sorry, hold on. Oh, okay. Again, what is this? Fairness and sacrifices. Whoa, 11-12, Justice and the Hanged Man. We talked about these actually. And you know what? This tells me this is what happened last year. So I know I mentioned the last 7 years here, like just for a moment, and I was like, I don't feel it though. I think this is talking about the last year, but I will say that last year, 2023, was the last year of the 7 year cycle, which might be trying to get our attention and say, the last year was where we really saw the worst of it and felt the worst of it and were the most confused. But this is a 7 year, this has been going on for a while. Can I tell you something that's actually very beneficial, which maybe we should do here tonight, real quick? Moving forward, this can't happen anymore. Not like can't, like won't, like isn't going to happen anymore. Why? Because for the last 7 years, we were in a Saturn opposition as a collective. If you don't know that we have an activation date, which is kind of like our collective birth date, if you don't know all that, you might be like, how would you what are you, trust me, okay? Some of you who've listened to the New Wave Prophecy, you know what's going on. We have that activation day, that birthday. And as time goes on, that means that we're experiencing like a Saturn's return as a collective and things like that. Okay. So the last 7 years was we were in an opposition. Now we're going to be in an energy that's much more aligned and very positive. It is the equal and opposite of the last 7 years. The last 7 years was rough. It was demolition season. There was just a lot of stuff going on. The next 7 years, all of us, all divine beings working in our collective wave, generation, light tribe, however you see it, we all have 7 years of, I won't say prosperity, but prosperous energy available to us. Whereas the last 7 years, we had more of like a culling energy. It was very helpful in getting rid of stuff. It was very helpful in clearing energies, but trying to build on it, trying to multiply and expand on it, you had to be very, very good. You had to know what you were doing. And a lot of us were just like, I don't even know what's happening. How am I supposed to do that? So now to see the divine masculine being shown the path to, I think, true divine balance, the path to I don't want to say the path to ego death, but I think the path to working alongside our ego. We don't want to destroy our ego. Our ego has so much good that it can bring our life when it's not working against us, working in the shadows, working in darkness, working in fear. So to see the divine masculines are being shown the power of fairness, the power of sacrifices, these kind of major arcana energies on a path that I think was pretty confusing to them. Oh, wow. Sadness, 10 of Swords energy. Oh, wow. 10, 11, 12. That's wild. That's wild. I think that the point of this is to say they needed to know that life was not in their control. They needed to see, without a shadow of a doubt, that if they were outside of whatever they perceive as alignment, it just wasn't going to work. Okay? It just wasn't going to work. All right, I need to make more space. I want to do these cards. I put this here so I wouldn't forget. Hold on. One more thing. 10, 11, 12. What are we missing about this? About what they're being shown? Because if you remember, I said this. I said this is Hanged Man right there. 4 and 8, 12. Fairness. Hold on. What am I missing about this? The truth is, divine masculine, you're going to have to make more of an effort. You're going to have to do things to get out of this season and out of this energy that feel almost impossible. Like you're not supposed to go that way. That's not how gravity works, or that's not how your body bends. And yet, divine masculine, you're going to be shown that there is actually a lot available outside of this vibe, of this vibration of death. I think it's interesting that I said I don't want to say it's the path to ego death, because the thing is, that's just a stop along the way. Sadness isn't the end. So what are we missing? Oh, okay, good. High ambitions, King of Pentacles. I actually like to see this. We've seen the King of Wands, we've seen the King of Pentacles. These are major energies. Okay, again, if you've seen the annual forecast, which I do a collective forecast as well as that exclusive one, you'll know how important this is as well. Okay, so there's just a lot happening. But what I like is that we have this King of Pentacles energy. What we haven't considered, this is the 11. Remember, I was like, what am I missing about this? This is the 11. That in order to get where they're trying to go, they not only have to conquer their own sadness and kind of get over themselves and get over all these fears and all this nonsense. And the ego death kind of points to this energy. Like, you're going to have to mature and stop doing the same dumb stuff. No offense, DM. I'm not calling you dumb, but maybe some of the stuff you do, not the greatest, in order to actually make these changes and experience the life that you're trying to experience. So I think divine masculine is going to be shown that light along the way. But I think they still have to deal with this 10 of swords ego death energy first. They do need to figure out what it is inside them that is working against them. And I think that it's going to start with them speaking their own truth just in their interactions and whatnot. All right, hold on, because I want to make room for this. I put this here because I was supposed to tell you because I have a giveaway going on, but I haven't announced it. Like, other than my point is nobody knows. It's been going on since the 11th. If you are interested in potentially winning $100 worth of services from moi, and I will actually mail you this, so you also get a gifty. If you're interested, I have a golden ticket giveaway going on right now. So, oh no, make room. So I am going to tell you that and tell you step one, it is for clients only. So you just have to make a purchase of 1111 or more at thefierygrace.com. Step two, you just have to email me your address. Okay. Because I'm going to mail you something physically. And this is open to my international clients as well. And then step three, you just check your mail and you're either going to get this, or because I'm not going to send you a blank envelope, I'm going to give you one of my bookmarks. Okay. So I'm super excited. I haven't done a giveaway in a couple years. Now, back to the message. So, I want you here. Well, I'm going to kind of look at this. Before we go away from this, before we stop looking at the last year, I want to get this and I want to pull a couple extra cards. And then I want to flip this and I want to look at moving forward. Maybe we'll look at Grace. All right. So this came out and something was like, take it. And I was like, I can't look at it yet. I think this is a little mini channeling. We'll start just like this, all right? What do we need to know? Wow. There isn't one person in this world that I want more than you. And what this tells me is the divine masculine has been looking around their life. And if you remember, 2 or 3 times in this reading, I have gotten that really strong feeling like we need to discuss codependency because DMs are in denial about that. And now to see, look, there isn't one person in this world that I want more than you tells me that energy might be shifting towards you, but you still need to be aware of that, DF. Because if this divine masculine comes in just like this as they are and you choose to tolerate the behavior because you're like, look, it's our time. I know we're supposed to be together. I'll deal with it. Just know that I get the sense that they're going to want to be kind of babied. This particular group right here, knowing what they've been through and the despair that they're feeling, I think they want to be babied. So first thing, there isn't one person in the world that I want more than you. Okay. Jeez. And then they show the world card. Jeez. You complete me so strong. You complete me. You make my world real. You make me feel like I can do anything. I can go anywhere. I can set out on any adventure. Wow. And the clouds. I want to take action. I want to take all the clouds away. The confusion. Now, if you remember, this is not just talking about making your skies blue, divine feminine. Divine masculine created clouds, created confusion, created limited sight. Where some of you are here right now and everything else in your life, you don't need no tarot. You don't need no help. You're fine. But with this person, it's just like, I can't read you. I don't know what your deal is. Again, maybe that's just me. Whole hand up. I know that the whole reason that I ever turned to this in the beginning of my journey was because I could not understand Mr. Lightwork. And I'm gonna be real, there are certain points in my life I still don't get Mr. Lightwork sometimes. Like I have to really sit down and be like, where with other people it just clicks. But I think that's a part of the divine connection that we share is our divine partner being able to challenge us in the areas where I'm a great, I won't say judge of people. I think that's a weird phrase to say, but I can sense, and I don't think I've really ever been wrong about somebody unless I'm just missing a bunch of information, like they're a con artist or something like that. You know what I mean? Where they're just gonna do it because they're bad. But otherwise, like, I think that what's happening here is divine masculine is starting to look around their world. They're starting to recognize that the clouds and confusion and the limitations that they've put out are affecting people in their life, affecting their job, affecting them at school, whatever they do, it's affecting it. They know it affected you, and now they're starting to wonder, wait a minute, if I did this, can I stop it? Can I change it? Can I fix it? So this is a divine masculine who wants to take action. They don't want to be this person anymore. They don't want to leave you sitting in confusion, mainly because I have a feeling divine brought them into the clouds. Divine, everything divine masculine thought they could put out on others, all the ouchie, all the decisions that they didn't make and they said, I'll just let life figure it out, either came back to bite them, affected their relationship with their divine feminine, or messed up the thing that they're trying to do as that King of Pentacles. That's where they've been. That's why they want to take action. It really isn't just about you, but they're not just figuring it out because they realize like it's what they need to do to get you back or something. They're figuring it out because they're seeing it firsthand. They're getting their own medicine. It's like if someone told you, I want you to make your enemy a meal. Okay? And you're like, my enemy? Oh, okay. And you make them the grossest, icky, bleh. And then they turn around and say, okay, I will pay you $1 million to eat whatever you just made that person. And you look down at the disgusting thing that you just created and you're like, why did I do this? Okay, that's kind of the vibe I get here. There is this sense that says divine masculine, they thought they could get away with it because they always have. This is a pattern that's been going on in their life for a really long time. A pattern of disrespect, okay? Pattern of disrespect. So I want to take action. 21, 22. Oh my gosh. Defeat. 5 of Swords. So there's another 5. So look, there isn't a person I want in this world more than you. You complete me in the whole world. I've looked. And I want to fix this. I really, really do. I just have absolutely no idea what this is. I keep messing things up and creating problems, but I have absolutely no idea how I'm doing it and how to stop it. And what this tells me is divine masculine, they keep running into a wall and immediately giving up instead of looking up and seeing that it's only a few feet higher than them. And there is a way to get over it. So again, there's something happening where we can actually see their thoughts, their feelings. It's strong. I want you. Oh, but I'm scared. Oh, but I'm too lonely and I feel like if I leave these people, think about it. If I'm a codependent person and I'm in love with someone over here, but I'm already codependent on the people over here, and I know that if I leave the people over here for that person over there, that the people over here who have accepted me as codependent and love manipulating me and keeping me right where I am, if I leave them for that person, and then that person turns around and rejects me, I have nobody. That's where they've been. These divine masculines have been sitting in fear. They have been sitting with the truth and sitting with the fear and recognizing that they can't live their truth because of their fear and they just don't know what to do about it. Again, I can't put page energy on that because I feel like the pages are better than that. This is deep. So, pause, Grace, pause. What's the final message here then? Looking back the last 7 years, there isn't anyone that I would want more than you. I want to take action, but I am so easily defeated. And I don't know how many of you have noticed, but again, we've got 1 5, 1 5, 1 5, 1 5 keeps coming up. Ego. What do we need to know? You guys. Okay, I throw my head back and I look out and the freaking moon is looking at me. Hello, Moony. Oh, dude, and there's an orb. You guys, there's an orb on my glass, so there's 2 moons. Oh, dadgummit. I wish I could take a picture, but my phone's in use right now. 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 5 1 5. The fact that we see this though 5 1 tells me that perhaps swords. You know, when I see them together, when I see 2 different energies, it's like okay, like cups and swords, it's like you can still kind of get stuff. But when you see the same suit together, to me, that really says no. There is something major happening here, and I like the fact that we go from 1 5 major arcana to 5 1, which we would have to break down 6, the lovers. We go from somebody who feels so defeated and the covering their face, covering their eyes, not wanting to see the truth, to rather than trying to open their eyes, rather than trying to force themselves, they're trying to feel their way through. I love the fact that I kind of set this up along the same place where we have this 10 of Swords energy, because I told you this is not a path to ego or it's the path to ego death. This is the path to reunion, the path to their divine feminine. So what really excites me is we now kind of understand why they had to stop at the sword, why they had to go this path and deal with this stuff. But I want to, all right, one more thing. I just want to see if there's anything that I'm missing. I'm just going to kind of like, whoa, that came out fast. Okay, I need you. That's got a period. What else, divine masculine? Oh, I need you. I love everything about you, and I'm shocked. Shocked by what? Whoa. It's the lovers. It's the Queen of Cups and then the lovers. It's crazy. Y'all, I keep calling cards today, but I don't know what I'm missing about. If that's just, if it's more for you or if I'm supposed to be paying attention. I'm shocked by what? By the relationship, by my craving for the relationship, by the fact that my paths keep seeming to lead me to you. I like this because here we would have this kind of 16. This is the chaos energy. And them seeing that there is an option. There is a path where they're allowed to have their life, their love, their hope, their peace, all these good things. It's just, there's someone they've got to do it with. And I think that that's part of the shock too, is like, wait, I don't have to do this by myself. I think there's something in the masculine collective where they've been told that they're not a real masculine if they have to get help. And the funny part is that's the 5 of Pentacles all the way. Not being afraid to ask for help. Having the wisdom to accept that help, in fact. And I was just thinking the other day about how there were some points when I was, make sure I don't put these, I don't want to put them back and get the same cards out. I'm gonna put this aside. There was a point in my life where I still am like this actually, but I don't have this exact thing happening, but I would not accept money from my grandparents. I was very weird about it. I knew that my grandparents, specifically the ones who were retired, were on that limited income. And later on, when I started to learn about love languages and gifts, and that my love language was gifts, I felt really guilty because on one side, it was like my grandparents were probably just trying to show me love, and that was like the easiest way they could do it, right? And for me to say no, I would always see them kind of react, and I thought I was being so noble and they'd be happy, but they always seemed really sad afterwards. And then I thought about it too later that it's like, dude, I was in college. I could have used that money. I needed it. But I was the type of person, you guys know I had the homeless ministry. It was like, no, I can't do this. And as I'm looking at this, I'm just thinking, divine masculine has had so many blessings come their way. And they thought they were so smart. No, I don't need it. No, thank you. I'm okay. I wonder how many things the divine feminine offered. I'm going to ask you right now, divine feminine, what did you offer your divine masculine? I know for some people it'll be as simple as like, hey, I offer them money, or I offer them a place to stay, or I offer them a healthy relationship, a place to heal. But some of you are going to be like, no, 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 Grace. There was actually something very specific. It's crazy that you're asking because I offered them this. And I know for a fact that they regret not taking it. So, okay. Let's shuffle, right? I'm very curious to see now if we looked at the last 7 years and we know that these divine masculines, well, again, I should not keep saying 7 years. I truly feel that this was about the last year. So I need to make sure I reiterate that because I know it's hard enough to figure out half of these messages on YouTube. We don't need more confusion of like, well, which is it, Grace? So I'm going to work on being more direct about these things. But knowing that the last year that was really tied to all, look what comes back up. Rapid change entrepreneur, that vision they had. Oh, that was really tied to all the things they've been doing for the last 7 years. Knowing that, I think it's very important that we do bring it up at least, because like I said, the 2024 starts off that equal and opposite. You're going to really notice what your life is going to look like moving forward and how different it is come April. Okay. Again, I've been trying to tell y'all about April 2024 since like 2017. Before I ever even got any of the New Wave Prophecy downloads, I used to talk about this stuff all the time. I used to tell y'all about the Great American Eclipse all the time. I used to tell y'all that I got into the car accident and then the sacrifice. I used to tell y'all all kinds of stuff, but I'm just telling you now. Pay attention to April, okay? Pay attention, especially if you have any foresight, like forethought. If you can look ahead, if you got vacation scheduled, or you know what I mean? Like if you actually have something where you can look ahead, if you know your birth information and you can look at your chart, whatever you can do, look at April, okay? So knowing that we've got this, knowing that we've got this big change coming in, 2024, everything for the next 7 years, like including this year, is tied to 2024, just like everything from the last 7 years was tied to 2023. So I think this is going to be kind of that twofold reading where we can look at 7 and a single year. So divine masculine, we see where you have been, where your headspace was because of where you're coming from. I think that this is a question I have for them because it's like I want to ask divine, but no, I think this is really about divine masculine, right? So divine masculine, if you had a good day, if you were in a good mood, if you were in a good space, good place, and you were thinking about the future after everything you've been through these last 7 years, after all the conflict, blowing smoke up people's butt and doing all this stuff and creating all the fog in your life, looking forward with clarity and the new vision and the rapid change because we saw it. Oh, the moon. Okay. What do we need to know, divine masculine? Where's your head at? On your good days, when you're looking forward, where's your head at? No, that's 2. Let's just be real, divine masculine. Y'all, look at these cards. What is happening? Obsessive, karma, chaos. With all your jokes, sarcasm, smiles, flaws, and mistakes, I want all of you. Just tell me what's up, divine masculine. Listen to what? We got a channeling right this second. Hold on, y'all. Let me just... Oh, when I'm with you, I feel complete. I told y'all. I told you they said it. Okay, hold on. Listen to what? Obsessive... When I'm with you, I feel complete. Again, love offer, Page of Cups. This is the new energy. The new energy involves, remember I said I can't say page for the last 7 years. I can't say page for the last year because that would be disrespectful to the pages. This is a confident page who understands their downloads. They're no longer blocked by their obsessive nature with like their dark side and sticking to the plan and all this stuff. But I'm going to tell you, When I'm with you, I feel complete, and a love offer together with everything about you. I just want all of you next to these two cards. I don't know why, but I feel like that's telling me this divine masculine is having some issues right now. They are thinking about divine feminine. Well, I'm pretty sure I just talked about that, but I'll try to do a love letter and see if I'm missing something. I mean, this is kind of a love letter. Grace, no, it's not. Focus. But to know that they've already made this decision, I wonder how long ago, but why is it that now they can't stop thinking about it? Well, maybe they're receiving their karma, right? We do see that they're reaping what they sow, right? Please listen. Okay, divine masculine, hold on. Don't get defensive, divine feminine. Really believe me, there isn't a person in this world I want more than you. Ugh. I have these high ambitions and I'm learning something. What are you learning, divine masculine? That without, wow. Holy crap. How many of y'all have told me, how many of you have heard me tell you that a divine masculine king of pentacles without the queen of pentacles is like when Scar took over Pride Rock? I tell people all the time, without the queen, they don't make any progress. This person, I think, was trying their best to do all this without you. And now they're realizing that without you in their life, just in their life, you don't even have to be like where they are every single day. Like, you don't got to go to work with them for them to have a good life. You don't got to drive them everywhere. And no, just knowing where they can find you sleeping. Ah, that sounds creepy, but I'm telling you, just knowing has made them realize that the issue, the reason things are so slow, is them. It's what they're missing. It's what they're lacking. And I think, again, there's this part of them that believed that they were right. Oh, you're the only one that can satisfy me. I want to taste every inch of your body all over again. So, okay, divine masculine, pause. Bring me back, though. I understand what you're saying. What is the offer? What is the offer? Being desired by you is all I want. You're in my heart, my soul, and all of my thoughts. There isn't one person in this world that I want more than you. There isn't one person I want more than you. Being desired by you is all I want. I want to want you, and I want you to want me. And I can't stop thinking about it. You're in my heart, my soul, and all of my thoughts. I think that before, when they were running, you were in their thoughts in a way that said, push away, push away. But the love offer is now being honest, being truthful, being real. I want you. I just want us to give into these feelings. I can't keep doing this anymore. This is why there is this obsession, because I think they know what they want to say. They know how they want to say it. And I think that they've known for a very long time. But I think that it hasn't been until now that they really feel like, oh, wow. Ace of Pentacles, abundance is a freaking heart. Come on, y'all. This reading is crazy. And then it's okay. And then it's Ace of Pentacles with this. What is... Yo, look into your heart and look into the mirror, divine masculine. This is nuts. The abundance is in your heart and the love is in the mirror. Yo, I'm going to tell you right now, divine feminines, you don't need to do no mirror exercise to be in union. Don't do that stuff to yourself. It don't help. Okay. As I say that, the Emperor comes up. Come on, divine feminine. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings or diss anybody's practices or any coaches out there. Please don't do that mirror exercise stuff. I honestly forgot people did it until a couple clients mentioned it to me in the last couple of months. And then I heard it in that one cult thing that we're not supposed to. Don't talk about that. Yeah, that. Don't do that. You don't need that. So let's hear it, divine masculine. Get out of here. We get it. I want to know what you see moving forward. And I think that this is a tricky trick. You're going to answer it. You're not going to keep with the loving messages. I need to know, what are you thinking about moving forward with divine feminine? Where is your head at when you're looking at 2024? When you are looking at, on a good day, what things are like. And I think that that last message, by the way, with that obsessive karma energy, says there aren't very many good days. Okay? So this might be another reason why it's like, okay, we got to go deep to tap in. Whoa. Start here, Grace. What? Oh my gosh. Okay, so the conflicted in 2024, going into this year, on their good days that are very rare, they feel conflicted. What's the energy over here? You're the only one who can satisfy me. We know that. You're always on my mind. This one always confused me. Smile always, my love. When I'm on your mind, I'm doing the same. I'm thinking that this is saying I'm thinking about you, but every time I see it, I feel like this is saying, no, this is talking about like a sexual connection, to be honest with you, but whatever. To see this in the divine masculine's headspace, they're thinking about what they did. Remember, this was a very specific energy. This was in their heart space for the last 7 years / 1 year of them knowing that what they thought, wanted, saw, all it was kind of immature because it didn't fit what they deeply desired. What they were willing to put the work in for and pursue did not really fit who they knew they wanted to be. And it was almost like, why am I even doing this? So now turn around and they think, man, I blew so much smoke. I created so much conflict. I clouded my divine feminine's judgment, lying about me. Like, I lied. Remember what I said in the beginning, you guys? Mr. Lightwork's words did not match his actions, and in the most reversed way. You might think that I'm saying he told me he was going to come and then he didn't. No, he told me he wasn't going to come and then he did. He told me that we weren't really doing anything at all and then acted like my boyfriend. And that was confusing. So this is interesting because they're thinking about the position that they put you in leading up to this point and wondering, how do I be honest? How do I be truthful? So as they're looking at this year, there's no doubt about it. They're trying to figure out how to fix what they've done without reminding you of it, I think. I think that's the truth. I think they will kind of want to figure out, how do I tell you I'm sorry without the apology bringing up all the old stuff? How do I come in and show you I'm different without showing you that I'm different, meaning I'm aware that I did what I did, meaning I probably should address it. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to have to apologize. I don't want to have to talk about this. Still kind of immature energy, but also the fact that there's awareness says it's a good thing. Emotionally speaking. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Now this is interesting. We saw the divine masculine say, divine feminine, no one in this world, look, you're the only one who can satisfy me, but it said no one else in the world. And then the world card came up right after it. And the divine feminine had this orb of light, silver light floating. And now we see the divine masculine, and they're trying to take the world and they're trying to grant the wishes, and they're trying to figure out, how do I make this happen? How do I be what I'm supposed to be? And I think that all of this says that whatever divine masculine is about to do is going to be dumb. They're going to think they're right again. But divine intervention is going to come in and solve the problem. While they're over here focused on something that's like not even the point, divine has got them exactly where they're supposed to be. To me, this says their mind is going to guide them the wrong direction again. in 2024. And the things that they think and the things that they tell you, the things that they say are going to feel so confusing. So this is very important for those of you who are in contact, who are getting into union. But this is also important for those of you who have a call coming up that you don't know about and you don't know how to handle it. You don't know how to respond. Do you know how many clients I have that tell, it's constant, it's been since the beginning, that tell me that they become standoffish from their person because of separation, and that when they finally call, oh my gosh, I just talked to somebody the other day that said it, that when they finally call or they finally text or they finally check in, DF's kind of like, whatever, like, get out of here. And it's like, what? You have been like, I know they're going to call me, I cannot wait. And then when they finally do, you're like, why are you calling me? And they're like, what do you mean? you know? And there's something here that says, be ready, because you're not going to know what to do. You're not going to know how to handle it. But what you need to understand is this journey is no longer in divine masculine's hand to ruin. Again, if you're not going to watch the New Wave Prophecy videos, that's okay. Not everyone's going to feel called to that information. But for those of you who are like, nah, that's for me, what you need to know even more than anybody when you check that stuff out is why the Divine Masculine Collective does not have to experience that same path anymore. But for the rest of you, you have to understand this. The Divine Masculines were a part of the same energy we were a part of. We just knew what was going on. We had our own intuition, all that. The last 7 years for us was nowhere near as bad as it was for them. Not comparing, but without that divine knowledge, you know there's a big difference. Moving forward, Divine Masculine is not going to be able to run off here and there anymore. Divine's not going to let them flit about like a dum-dum. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to think and do things that are not fitting to a Divine Masculine, not becoming, And so this is what you have to understand. Divine Masculine may make the same dumb choices that they've made in the past, in the last 1 year or the last 7 years. However, divine intervention is going to continuously shift them either back on track or to wherever they're supposed to be through those shifts, those interventions, okay? Divine Masculine can't really mess up anymore moving forward, because it's no longer a season for them to have to kind of figure it all out, learn it, and go on long wild goose chases just for the sake of understanding divine energy and alignment and all that. Divine is forcibly, and again, we don't think about it as us trying to force. We're talking about the divine force, right? The power of something, right? Divine is forcing the Divine Masculine, the true DMs, and all true light workers, all people with a divine purpose. All of us are being pushed onto the right path right now. There's nothing we can do about it. Divine Feminines, you've already been navigating, and magnets just pulled to this path and didn't really understand it. You probably were looking for your DM around like, wait. Why am I feeling called this way? But you look like you're going that way. Don't worry. Don't worry. Moving forward, all of us it's going to be kind of cramped because we're all going to be doing it together. So I like this. This to me says, if you are willing to give the Divine Masculine an opportunity to show you who they are, it might feel like you're back where you were before. But if you give Divine a chance to show up and show you what this next season is all about, now we're talking. Now you're going to see what this whole journey has been all about. All right, I want to pull one more up here. Divine Masculine, what are you afraid of? What are you still afraid of? If your ego is lingering or still, when you move into a new divine season, but you keep thinking that something bad's going to happen, but it never does because you're in a new season, but you don't really trust it yet. That's kind of rare, right? So what are you afraid of? Oh, that's so sad. They're afraid of homecoming. They're afraid of Four of Wands. So this, I was wondering when I saw this here, like, should I pull another card or something? It's like, no. You guys, they're trying to figure out a way to change the past. They're trying to figure out a way. This is such silly energy too. They're trying so hard to take away what has occurred. to make the divine feminine either forget or that doesn't work though. The thing that they're afraid of most is failing at the thing that they've been trying to get to the whole time. What they're afraid of most in 2024, I think, is not just reunion, like that chance of reconciling and coming together and all the things that could go wrong with it. But I think it's that they're afraid of you. That they're afraid of showing up. Look at this beautiful, idyllic image. Oh, it's so dreamy and wonderful. And then they show up with their toxic freaking blue smoke, like that creepy creeper dude from not Thumbelina, from Fern Gully. And he just toxic tar everywhere, bro. That is where the divine masculine kind of know that they've been. And they know that unless that this is where you're just still sitting, which I'm gonna be real, I think every time they check in, every time they try to stalk you, every time they do any of that stuff, they're just trying to see if you're still where you were before. And a lot of you aren't. And that's another reason a lot of DMs don't reach out, because they know you are living in this beautiful energy and they do not want to be the person to ruin it again. Do you know how many people I've asked this question? I would really love to hear from the collective on this. My fellow divine feminines out there, before you met your DM, first of all, take a second. When was that? I met my DM in December of 2017. Okay. So I'm talking for myself, like November, October, September, right? So around that, what would that have been? Summer and fall of 2017. I had something pretty dang important going on. So, divine feminine, when you met your DM, what was going on in your life? What big plans did you have? What goals did you have? Do you know how many divine feminines I've talked to that were applying for new positions, or who were going back to school, or who were trying out a new thing in their life, or who were finally doing this or finally doing that? And they believed, like me, honey, I don't know, again, am I the only one? They believed that that divine masculine showing up in their life was just a reward, was like a bonus, or even a confirmation that they were on the right track. And it felt so good, because it's like, yo, look at this. This is amazing. And then separation happened. And it was like, what the? And we were so distracted by, why do I feel this way? I don't understand. Like, I can't let this person go. I'm not normally like that. Or maybe I am, but not about this kind of, whatever it was. There was a reason that we just kind of stopped what we were doing, because we couldn't really function, to whatever that means for you, to be like, why can't I stop thinking about them? Why can't I move on? So remember, if we take a step back, what did this whole conversation start with? What was the big thing that you were going to do before they came along? See how easily reunion and separation and divine masculine and just relationship stuff in general, not even adding the spiritual esoteric connotations. See how easy it is to just forget us, forget our goals, our dreams. So this isn't really that crazy to see it. It's kind of nice to see, actually. Ooh, but okay. It's funny because I looked at this 9. This is 9 of Swords, though. But I saw 5, 4. I saw 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. Actually, forgive me. I should slow. Hold on. I'm 19. Oh, this is cool. Okay, sorry. What I was going to tell you is 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 10 is 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. So this would really break down to 1, but I would keep it at 10. I think that's the number it should be. What I tell people all the time is when you add 9 to anything, the number stays the same. And so what you need to know right now is it doesn't matter how conflicted the divine masculine feels about whether or not they can step up. And it doesn't matter how scared they are of rejection or things not going the way they think. It doesn't matter, because we're in the past, the 9 of Swords, the Knight, the self-fulfilling prophecy card, which I already mentioned, that energy, self-fulfilling prophecy energy, keeping yourself stuck in the cycle energy. Doesn't matter how much of this dumb stuff they do anymore. Remember why? 1 plus 9 is 10. You can add this as much as you want. You can be as afraid as you want, divine masculine. But guess what? Wheel of Fortune, divine intervention rules the day moving forward. So again, if you're asking me, Grace, I don't get it. How is it that moving into the next 7 years, suddenly the divine masculine is going to be on point? They're going to be getting the same blessings and miracles that I am. And I've been doing my work and they haven't been doing their work, but they're still going to get it. It's like, yeah, I know. Kind of a bummer. A lot of DFs are not going to like it. That's why I've kind of been easing into that the last few weeks when I've mentioned it. But straight up, this is the explanation. This is such a beautiful way to put it. Divine masculine is cultivating 10 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles vibes moving forward. And that is a divine decision for the collective. It is no longer about, oh, punish this person. Oh, let them mess it up. They'll figure it out. No, divine is calling all of us. We have work to do. And again, I'm not just talking to those of you who say, yeah, I'm a twin flame. In addition to that, you may also believe that you're an indigo, a starseed, a galactic warrior, whatever it is. Remember, there's more to you than just having a divine partner. And this is really special to see that divine masculine, they matter, or they care. This matters to them. This is really making them kind of nervous, you know? And I'm thinking if you have been in contact with your divine masculine between 2017 and 2023, you probably can already tell that they were in that sword season. But if you haven't, it might be hard for you to believe that they're shifting into this. But again, this has nothing to do with YouTube twin flame tarot collective stuff. This is so much bigger. Just like twin flames is bigger than twin flames. I know it's a weird thing to say, but it is. What we're talking about right now goes beyond, does DM deserve it? This is talking about the divine part of who we are. Okay, I'm going to put wait, what was back here? Oh, I know. Yeah, they crave your kind soul, your clear mind, and your perfect body. I know what you want, divine masculine. I'm going to be real. There has been some real sexual energy. I think it was like, there was like a Scorpio energy. I don't know why. But I just remember being like, who haven't felt this in a while. And so I'm just going to tell y'all straight up. I don't know what's going on, but because I feel like we're under like Leo energy, but something just feels so. All right. So what do we need to understand about this? Divine masculine. If you could say anything to your divine feminine about what has happened, what do you really want to say? Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. What do you really want to say? Oh my gosh. Okay, how crazy is this? The High Priestess and the Emperor come up. But why is it so crazy, Grace? Well, my friend, it's because to see them show up and say, number one, I was protecting you from me. I pushed you away to protect you. It's kind of annoying because it's like, whatever. We hear it all the time. Divines, what is it? Divines rejection is divine protection. And it's like, whatever. But really, I think what they actually want to say here is, I'm the emperor. It shouldn't matter what happened. I'm your person. And I just want to move forward. And I just, as me, Grace, I don't think that's fair. But intuitively, what I will say is, I think that it's right. I just don't know why, and I don't like it much. What are we missing about this? Soul Sisters, 3 of Cups. One more. And Harvest. What did we harvest as the collective? Ooh, Soul Brothers, Soul Sisters, the harvest, and how it all leads full circle. Y'all, do you know how I told you that this is the year of the first pillar? How about this like prophetic couple that I've been following since 2012 put out a video last week saying, this is the year of full circle. And I was just like, bro, I know that's like might seem completely different to you, but to me it's not. And as I look at this, I just think, everything that we did because of what they did, every question we asked, every moment of watching this tarot or every moment of studying, reading, trying to find the information, testing ourselves. Is it me? Am I the problem? Are they not calling because I'm too annoying? Is it this? Is it that? We looked at ourselves so deeply. All of that ultimately led us to this season where we will reap what we sow, divine feminines. And I'm going to be honest, if you've been around my channel for a while, we're Queen of Pentacles here. We just are. And if you are surrounded by other Queen of Pentacles, you kind of just can't help but kind of get it together. If you're newer to the channel and you're not really sure and you're like, oh, actually, I haven't really, don't worry. We're in a time of acceleration. And my channel is specifically designed to help divine feminines step into that physical, manifesting the blessings and all of that. So I really encourage you, trust that if you felt like brought here, felt like really nervous hearing that, you were brought here for a reason. You were brought here so that you understand it is time for you to establish your foundation. This is it now. That's going to sound strange, but your divine masculine is about to establish theirs. And honey, I think this is supposed to be like on adjoining lots or something, all right? We're not supposed to move to one kingdom or somebody else move to the other. We're supposed to expand the kingdoms. And divine feminine, you have received so much light, so much wisdom, so much knowledge, so much understanding from this pursuit. And guess what? The divine masculine, notice anything here? The divine masculine, the same one who's afraid of rejection, is showing up. And honey, I think that this person is actually like behind her. I think that this person is this bright light in the background. I have a very strong feeling here that in spite of the fact that these divine masculines can absolutely just be the worst sometimes. I'm not going to front y'all. They can be that what we're missing is their spiritual foundations, everything that they have gathered, everything that they have learned. So this is really important. Okay, divine masculine, what divine intervention, truthfully, are you hoping for? And be real, maybe it's not about us. Y'all, I thought it was going to be the freaking King of Pentacles or the Ten of Pentacles or something. If you missed it, I'm letting you know again. Divine masculine without divine feminine is like death. Constant death. But with the divine feminine, there is life. They cultivate it. And I think that the divine intervention, the divine masculine, I told you when I saw this that this was about us. I told you this was about you. I said divine feminine. They told you that the world, you were the only person in the world that they wanted, and they're trying to figure out how to light up the world just like you do. They want to show you their light, to see that what they want most, that divine intervention. If anybody out there is listening, can you help me with what, divine masculine? I need my queen. I need my nurturing queen. I can't do this without her. I have to go find her. I'm nervous. I'm totally scared because I'm really not good at this and I have no idea if I'm going to immediately screw it up. But I know I don't belong here. I don't deserve to be here. And yet I'm here. So if someone's handing out blessings or miracles, I'll take a queen. Defensive about what? The nightmares, the chaos, defending their kingdom from, wow, I was going to say, what again? Oh, and now this is nuts. This is nuts. I was going to say defending their kingdom from chaos, from the tower, from the lightning strikes. How? I told you in the beginning, the divine masculine thought they were balanced. They thought they were doing it right. But I think it's going to be that divine intervention And that emperor energy, that divine masculine energy coming together to bring balance, getting rid of the obsessive, the karmic energy, the the darkness, the negativity, all the things that have been keeping divine masculine down. But hold on. I want one card. What do we need to know, divine masculine? What is your vision for reunion? What's your vision for reunion? I see your ASS pretty clearly in my head. Divine masculine, grow up. Oh, okay, that's kind of cute though. It's the King of Pentacles, so I just divine masculine. Oh my gosh. King of Pentacles, high ambitions, reclaiming my power. All right, I'm sorry. This is I'm asking you not to be ridiculous right now. I understand there is a vibe in the air. I understand you're trying to get it in. Divine masculine. Other than getting it in, which I guess maybe that is for those of you who feel that guilt and might be saying, well, Grace, is it okay if I mess around with my DM during separation? Like, am I respecting myself? I used to get that question a lot from people. And I always tell you, respect your future self. If your future self wants to go get it in and you're only going to feel guilty because somebody else might make you feel guilty, that. Go have fun. Go enjoy yourself. Go get that energy fill up. If you're going to feel gross after, if you're going to feel used or anything like that, don't do it. So that, to me, right now, this right here just came through and said, if you've got a divine masculine who tries to reconnect the only way that y'all ever connected, or to reconnect, maybe you guys made an agreement or something that y'all could, don't feel bad about it. Test the waters, see how it goes. But divine masculine, again, what is your vision of reunion? On your good days, when you're not totally freaking out about this and thinking that it's not going to happen because you're too far gone. I'm trying to get like a regular tarot card, but they're just like, no. I want to tell you everything. When I am with you, I feel complete. I need you to know this, divine feminine. Ugh. I don't think that they want to be a burden in your life anymore. And I don't think they want to know that they did this to you. I'm going to be honest. I don't think this is talking about your burdens right now. Like with life, like that kind of looks just like life in general is what I was talking about earlier. I think this is saying, I don't want to do this to you again. I don't want to come in to your beautiful situation with my nonsense, me not knowing what I'm doing, not knowing how to do it, blow all this fog in, confuse the situation, and by the time it all clears, this is what your life looks like. I don't want to do this to us. Okay, divine masculine, one more time. Third time's the charm. Hold on, what am I missing here? Aw, you love me unconditionally, and that's the sexiest thing I can imagine. I think that this is... Okay. I'm telling you, this person, codependent energy. I'm telling you, this person, people-pleasing, very attached to whatever life they've been living. This person also very much wants you physically. Just sorry, it is what it is. I can't stop them from feeling that way about you. But for them to then say, look, I need you to understand that wanting you in that way for you might, I feel like I've explained this before, actually, now I'm saying it. But it's like wanting you in that way for you might feel like it's just physical. But I am physical. I am protector, right? I'm not nurturer. Nurturing can be like food and stuff like that, but there's something else, right? When they say that food was made with love, that's that extra little something that divine feminine energy just brings. Divine masculine, though, physical, protection, 3D mostly. So for them to come in and say, listen to me, the fact that I want you like this when I'm stressed, I don't know if any of you have ever experienced this, whether personally through your own physical body or through, with a partner, but it's hard to get into the mood when you're stressed. Sometimes it's good to, like, if you're in that position and you can do it and it's like, oh yeah, let me just get this frustration out. Sure. But for most people, that's kind of the last thing on their mind. Like, oh, let me go do something like that while I'm going through a crisis, right? It's kind of more like a movie thing now that I'm thinking about it. In real life, that's just not always going to happen. For the divine masculine to be in this despair, again, this is where they're at on a good day. There's not very many good days. They made it pretty clear in the beginning that they are stuck in that obsessive karmic energy, because now all they've done is take that from focusing on their old dream to now thinking they can finally be with you, but it's still the same just anxious, icky energy. For them to come in and say, it's the unconditional love for me, that's actually a big deal. We might think that they just want to slang it around or something, but I don't think it's that simple for them. What are we missing about this? Oh, I want you to hold me and tell me I'm yours. I think they're a little bit scared, guys. You know what I said too at the beginning? I said I felt like they needed to be babied, and I'm feeling that again. All right, I'm gonna pick this up. I've been on for so long, I know, but I just want to do a little channeling here. I feel like we need to. So I'm gonna just try to do a little clear, okay? And I just want to see if, other than the sexy energy, maybe there's something more, yeah? And then I'll close out, you guys, because it is so late. Oh my gosh, Grace. It's so much later than I thought already. Oh, look what comes to the top. Okay, I'm gonna put this down for a second. Let me just... No, we're gonna keep those out. We're just gonna do like something like this, okay? I just wanna... And I do... If you weren't here in the beginning, I did shuffle these. So, I guess... All right. So we're going to take that as our last message. We're going to grab 1, 2, 3, and 4. Is that 5? Okay. That's fine. Over there. Okay. There's that. There's that. Okay. Okay. Look at what I say. So, divine masculine, 4 of wands. You're the only one who can satisfy me. Oh, pause, Grace. Because if you guys know, sometimes when I do a channeling, I can get a little emotional. Real quick. If you're interested in working with me, check out thefierygrace.com. I don't know. Is there a glare? If you're interested in hearing or learning more about the New Wave Prophecy, about what's happening in April of this year, it is called the New Wave Prophecy. There are already 13 videos available. My recommendation is at least get the first one if you don't get any others, okay? Last thing, remember, golden ticket giveaway. I will mail you a golden ticket to your house if you're a winner, and then you can get $100 worth of services from me. You just have to be entered to win and supply me with your mailing address, which I will not use again because who got stamps like that? But also because I just don't intend to use that again. It's weird. So if you're interested, check out thefierygrace.com. I love you. Divine masculine. What do you want to say? Why are you so afraid of... Whoa. Okay, we're on the right track. We're afraid of rejection. We're afraid of the homecoming. What are we so afraid of, divine masculine? What's going on? Why are you so afraid? All right, that's fine. What's happening? Why You look forward to that union and think that something bad's gonna happen. Okay. Overall, oh, you guys. Yo. Do you remember the divine intervention card was the genie? Blue light. Divine feminine intuition, blue light. I think this is talking about us, divine feminine. I think this is talking about the wish. Reunion has been the wish. I wanted reunion this whole time. I always wanted it, but I thought I had to wait. And now I've been praying for it. But with every prayer I've said, I've been given nothing but hard choices and tough decisions. And I've been so bad at staying balanced, balancing my life, my emotions, and all the chaos that's been going on for so long. So to make this choice and all the others that were expected of me in order to make this wish come true, I automatically believed I would fail. I automatically believed I'd make the wrong choice. But I'm feeling strong and up to the challenge now. I do feel like I have to at least try. And I feel drawn to you, pulled, called, led. Everything keeps pointing me towards you. And I know that if I follow it, if I trust my truth, and if I can find a way to express that to you, that I don't have to worry about rejection or fear. It's just so hard. Most of the time, I've put myself in the worst possible position. Most of the time, I have given myself a really bad start to things. And by the time I actually feel like I'm in control, everything gets pulled out from under me. And I've been so out of control for so long that the idea of me being in power, it almost doesn't feel right. But what I know is that really doesn't matter, because I continue to get pulled closer and closer. And even though I don't know how it's happening, I know what I'm doing, because this is what I wanted. This is what I've been working towards for so long. I've been working towards us being able to live our lives together. I've been trying to learn how to fly just like you, so I know the fact that my feet are off the ground says the plan is finally moving forward. My wishes have finally come true. But that's all in my mind, in my world. I have to know, what about you? I wish I could explain that I don't know how. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. And I know this is so important. I know that this moment could be a moment that we talk about for the rest of our lives, but it could also be a moment that you look back on with disgust. I don't want to do the wrong thing. I want to make sure that I prove to you that I'm willing to meet you halfway, and sometimes to even go a little bit further, just so you know I'm really with you. But that takes time. And I understand that I don't have time, that I don't deserve time. That in all fairness to you and to everything that's happened with us, I shouldn't even be asking for it. It's really been a struggle for me because I've wanted this for longer than you probably know, but nothing was ever on my side like it is now. And now that it is, I can't help but wonder if I'm going to get karma. If all the karma from everything I've done is going to come back and bite me. And if the moment that I put myself out there, I'm immediately going to get destroyed. I can't help but wonder if that's what's going to happen. Because it's kind of my life. All the shows I watch, all my friends, family, everybody that I know kind of lives like this. And I know I don't deserve to be certain or to be sure, but I don't know how that moment is going to lead to more moments where I can prove myself. I don't know how you're going to receive me in that moment, and whether or not what I say will make a difference, if it will unlock the door to your heart again. Because I know what I've done. I know the position that I put you in by running from my breakthroughs and avoiding our chance to be together. I know that everything I've done has pretty much told you the opposite of the truth. In fact, I think I've outright told you that I don't want to be with you because it was easier than explaining what I was actually doing. It was easier to just go with what I assumed you were thinking. And I knew instantly I was wrong, but it was too late. How do I tell someone who I know at one point felt like this for me that I'm finally coming around without feeling like I am slapping them in the face? To finally take action after all this time, it doesn't sit right with me. I know it's a part of the reason that I procrastinate on so much in my life, but I go back and forth all the time with this thought that I'm supposed to come in and save the day and show you who I am. But something in me thinks you will just think I'm bragging or boasting or something if I try to come in and show you my best. And if I try to come in and just be humble and let you see me at my worst, I would run from me. So I can't imagine you wanting anything to do with that person. I did this. I have to fix this. I just struggle when I don't know, when I'm not sure. I struggle when I can feel in my stomach that there is something else going on, that there is a lot more going on behind the scenes, and that by the time I get there, it's going to be too late. So I just don't know what to do. I feel like I'm not pure enough to come into your world and not taint it. I'm not good enough for you. I attach myself to people that really mind hurting, or people that are already hurting. I pretty much do whatever I can so I don't have to feel bad about doing bad. I don't know how to come in and be this person for you. That's why I'm terrified. Because I know that we can't have the life that I want to live with you. We can't be who I want to be together if we're not solid first. And a part of me wonders if I took that opportunity for us to be good, for us to be okay, away. Last time was divine. And I think about it all the time. And I feel so guilty because I tell myself all the time that I'd rather you be alone than with anybody else but me. And now all I can think is I'm going to reap what I've sown. I'm going to get exactly what I deserve, which is nothing. And a part of me is okay with that because I'm so disgusted with myself that it doesn't even matter. But if it means that I can't have you, dearest you, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times you might find yourself overgiving. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Let others give to you, even if you are more comfortable being generous and being the giver, the healer, the rescuer. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill, receiving gracefully and with gratitude, without diminishing yourself for trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Receiving is hard for some people. Maybe you. You do not need a this for that in your exchange with others. You are doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have you convinced that you have to do everything alone with no help. Let your well be filled. Y'all, this is so weird because it doesn't feel like it fits, but this is exactly what we talked about. This is exactly what we talked about. This is what they've learned. This is the message they've received, that they don't have to do it alone anymore. In fact, I said to you that for them to hear that is a blessing to their soul because they didn't want to do it alone in the first place. They just thought they weren't a real masculine if they didn't. Do you remember I said that like 30 minutes ago? And now we're reading from this deck and I don't even know why I pulled this deck out. Somehow, some way, you have to get this message to your divine counterpart. Oh my goodness, there's a whole shadow. Sorry, y'all. I've got my table turned a different way. Hopefully you can get this screenshot and somehow, maybe it's you just share it. I don't know. But maybe you're able to put it in your own words, or maybe this is what you need to be able to say to them. Maybe this is what you needed to hear for you. As I was reading this, I felt like this was for me. I will not take a donation. I always have to send people stuff. I don't know why I'm like this. So I'm just thinking, maybe divine feminines, maybe there's something out there in this for you too. Like, maybe this separation journey has made you think that you are going to have to do it alone. And if you've been doing this journey on your own for more than like a year, I don't blame you for thinking that just must be it. Because that's a long time to have to wait, let alone 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, however long. It's a long time to have to just be like, is going on here? I don't know. I just feel like this is so weird and oddly specific. Let your well be filled, divine feminine. I don't know who's trying to fill it, but let it be filled. All right, I'm going to get going. I love you guys so much. I wish it wasn't so late so we could hang out, but oh my gosh, it's almost freaking midnight. Dude, how long have I been on? Oh my gosh, no one's going to watch this because it's so long, Grace. Why'd you do this? Okay, I love you. I might have to start like breaking these lives down into multiple videos or something so that people who only have attention span for like maybe 5 or 10 minutes can get these messages. Because just the fact that I shuffled so many times and the same cards came out, like we're in the energy, y'all. This is such a good reading. Please, if you're still here, please like the video. I always forget to ask. Thank you so much to everybody who already liked it, especially those of you who come in right away and just plop that like down. Thank you. It means everything to our channel right now. I don't know if you noticed, but we have almost 50,000 subscribers and we're only getting about 1,000 views per video. Uh-huh. No one's getting notifications. I told you I was live for 15 minutes. 15 minutes today, and I had to contact a client and say, "Can you see this video?" She's like, "Oh yeah, when I go to YouTube I can see it." YouTube didn't send a single notification out. I mean, if I'm wrong, check, please let me know. But I contacted someone who has their notifications on, and she said, "Nope, I didn't get it." She has not been getting my notifications. They're hiding these messages because I'm delivering something really important right now. You guys notice that the moment I started talking about the New Wave prophecy, it just, shoo. Yeah, I'm not silly. I've told you guys before that happens. Subscribe, like the video. If you make it to the end, leave a comment. Leave a beautiful message of encouragement for your divine masculine about why they won't be rejected. And anything else that you feel like you can do to support the channel, thank you so much. Remember, if you have made a purchase of 1111 or more since January 11th, you have until February 22nd to email me your mailing address. I'm going to send out my first golden ticket here probably next week. So if you are interested and you've already made a purchase or a donation of 1111 or more, please enter, because you can't enter after that date, okay? I love you guys. I'm going to get going. I'll talk to you later. Peace.